Okay, welcome guys. To give refresh on the memory, the thing I'm going to be talking about here is why saving, especially in fiat, is a bad way to go around things. I'm going to keep it very simple for you to understand. So basically, we have inflation that usually a thing that just happens because, of course, governments have to print money in front of the economy to work. That's just the way it works. And they say you need to invest, and most people, especially like the poorer people, they have the mentality of saying that, oh no, you shouldn't invest, saving is the best way to go about things. Well, I'm here to prove that notion wrong. Okay, so basically I will take you through a quick exercise to understand where I'm coming from. Okay, so first and foremost, say for example you have $1,000 at the moment, 5 years ago, because this is 2025. I want to keep it simple because in 2020 we had that huge crash, like everything was flushed, right? So I'm taking 2020 as a clean slate to see what has happened in 5 times years. And the reason why I'm also doing that is because I think in 2020 everyone had time on your hand to, like, if you wanted to learn something, you could start doing that. So it serves as a good baseline. Okay, like I said, 1,000, you inherited it either through, like, stimulus from the government, or just your government handing money out because there was literally nothing to do. Okay, you got 1,000, 5 years. This is 2025, 5 years later. So for your average rate of return on a savings bank, especially in Europe, the EBC, or ECB, I should say, regulates that amount. The average for the last 10, 5 years has been 2%. You know what? I will search it up here. I know, like, the average in general, like, one sec, average ECB rate, uh, since inception, of course. Oh yeah, there you go. Since beginning of euro, there you can see it is 1.87%. That's the average. You know what? Since beginning of, let's do 2020. Of course, it's not going to show. It's gonna show freaking exchange rate average, not exchange rates. Okay, also my bad. Exchange, not saving saving rates. I think that's better. Uh, they make it quite hard for you to come by this information. But like I said, 1.9, blah blah blah, the same thing. It's not important for this. You know what? I would do it for another one. American saving percentage average of dollar. That's a bit weird question, but let's see. Okay, okay. Uh, no, not the. Again, wrong answer, but I think I'm not answering the question properly, which is fine. Which is fine. But saving. Pers- okay. I think I know the word I was missing, which is account. But it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, just fucking go there. Ooh, what? That is ridiculous. Even lower. So basically, to show you, the high yield one, you can. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. We are seeing here 0.5. You know what? When it's, even if the inflation rate is way higher. But basically, that's the first thing I needed to get down with. So just to give you an example, if you invested 1 100K at a single time, and you kept it up with 100 euros every month or $100 every month. Now I need to compound daily. You know what? I could make it annually, would reduce the amount, but I chose, okay, I would do it daily because why not? Just to give this the chance. So you have 415 what you've earned. You take strip away inflation from that. Basically, you've not made anything. Your money is actually probably even devalued, but it's fine. Just let's keep it for, let's say let's just, the same way physicists say, you know what, let's, say there is no air resistance, the same way I'm going to say, let's say there's no inflation. So you've made 415, well done, in 5 years. Now let's have a look at some other things, some other assets where you could invest instead of save. So first and foremost, here we have gold, which is of course very known as the store value for many years. You can see here, if you would have invested, of course, 1K, 100, and then you did that every month, your portfolio would be about 13K when you invested 7,700. Whereas here, okay, well, you would have 700 something, but of course, because this is more a better calculator than this one, so this one doesn't keep that in mind. But it's fine, it's fine. Either ways, I could do this just to make it 5.4. Oh my word! Let's see if that's gonna work. I don't know if it works with decimals, but I doubt it. Anyways, you know what? I'm just gonna make it 6. There you go. So there you go. You even invested more. You just have this. Whereas with gold, you would yeah, this would be your gain. This would be your portfolio. Now, of course, gold is, it doesn't really, isn't really used much these days, or doesn't really, it's very hard to carry around or to even invest in, because you don't know really what you're getting yourself into. But look at that, 75% gain in 5 years. If you chose the S&P 500, 60%. Think about that. This is the gain. You would have 13K as well. Similar returns. Just, yeah. If you chose the best asset class, well, this is not the best asset class, but this is Ethereum. Same thing, 7,700 invested, 400%. You would have 30K, and 38 would be your value at the moment. I mean, and if you chose what is known right now as the best, you know, asset class there is, asset there is, which of course is Bitcoin, would give you this mind-numbing amount, 470, and your portfolio will be about 43K or 44K to say the least. Now, let's say you chose Bitcoin over your account, you would have 44K versus 8.7K. Now, or 8.4, because I rounded up to 6 years over here. Let's give it about 8.4. So you have 8.4K, which would be what you would have if you just saved when you invested probably $8,000, versus 44K. Like, the numbers don't lie, guys. It's very important to wake up, and I know it's not the easiest thing to do, but really thinking long term is really what you want to do. Instant gratification, which is actually not even playing a role here, which is just saying you just putting your money in the bank, is really making you lose money, and you're basically losing out on the open market that we have in this world. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's really all I had to say. If you have any questions or you would like to reach out to me, please, this is my it's a new channel. Of course, subscribe, hit me a like. Any questions, comment, whatever you would like to say. And I would like to make this type of videos, making people aware of different stuff, especially monetary, and of course, like in general, also other stuff in the tech sector, if this is very well received. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.